Hello and welcome to my 15 minutes live. It's a beautiful Saturday morning. I'm up early and lots to do today. So let's get the vlog out of the way. Let me do my 15 minutes and get going with my day. So my mouth is a bit funny today. I had to, every morning, I started this a week ago. Every morning I take a tot of, I don't know what you call it. It's a home remedy, and it energizes you, it cleans your system. That's the claims. So it's like a home remedy, a thingy that I started this week. So you take this tot and then you wash it down with water, and it's just for any ailments, and apparently it works different for different people. So if you suffering with arthritis, it will help you with your arthritis pain. If you have headaches, it will help you with your headaches, and it just claims to do a lot of things. And it's an old Boerenraad, I guess. So it's a concoction of many products. And if you look at the bottle, it actually looks very appetizing. So it looks like orange juice. Uh, so I realized from taking this concoction every morning that how important the look, how important the presentation of a product is, how important smell is, and because those things determine appetite. So when you look at something, it looks nice, it looks just by the look of it, it seems like this thing can be nice. And then you smell it, and I'm talking about this specific product. So when you look at it, it looks like orange juice with the pulp in it. So you need to shake it. But it's a mixture of a number of products, a number of why am I lost for words today? A number of ingredients. It's a mixture of a number of ingredients. So when you look at it, it looks very pleasing and it looks very appetizing, whatever the case might be. But when you smell it, then the smell puts you off, and it's like, I don't want to take this, I don't want this. Because there's a strong smell of garlic and a strong smell of ginger. So I can still taste the garlic in my mouth as we speak. So yeah, when you smell it, it's very off-putting, but when you actually drink it, and you drink a tot, and then I just wash it down with a glass of water on an empty stomach, like early in the morning. And then, yes, so I've been using it for a couple of days now, but I don't feel any different. I never had any ailments. Uh, so I can't say it's been helping or it's been good towards some kind of ailment, because I don't have any ailments. So yeah, I just continue taking it, and I'll finish the bottle. It's like a 750 milliliters, so I'll just finish the bottle. So my wife is also taking it with me, so I'll find out from her if it actually does anything for her. But yeah, so I've got the garlic taste in my mouth. So yes, I need to just have my breakfast and just kind of get rid of that taste. So yes, life in general. So to be honest with you, I feel that life don't need you. Life don't need me. I mean, if you're no longer there, or if I'm no longer there, life will still happen. Life will continue. I feel like life don't need you or me specifically. I don't know if we're here for a purpose. People say, yeah, everybody's got a purpose on earth. I honestly don't know. I think we're just here because we're part of a cycle of life. But life don't need you, or life don't need me specifically. Because without me, without you, life will continue. Life will go on. Things will happen. Continue to happen. So there's certain things that is just part of the cycle of life. And I mean, if you're not here, if I'm not here, the sun will still rise. I mean, the sun will still set. Birds will still be chirping. Life will just go on. The wind will still blow. You know, it's like life will just go on. And just like nature, that kind of find its own balance and reproduce itself, and that goes through the cycle of life, all that happens automatically. It happens automatically. There might be a purpose to it, and maybe it was designed that way. Maybe God designed it that way. Or maybe it's just nature finding a way to survive. Yeah, it's just finding a way to survive. It's like the one thing is dependent on the other, and it just forms a circle of life. And maybe every living creature just adapts and brings their part so the circle of life can go on. And if I'm not here, if you're not here, life will just go on. And if humans are no longer there in general, I don't think the earth will stop. I think life will just go on, and things will just evolve and adapt without having humans present on earth. But one thing I can tell you is, yes, so life don't need me, life don't need you, right? It will happen anyway. Okay? And it's the same with, if something needs to be done, it will happen anyway. But the question is whether you will get it done or whether I will get it done. And if we don't step up to get it done, it's going to happen anyway. And it might not happen in the same way, or it might not happen in the way that we would have done it, but it's going to happen anyway. And I'll just give you a simple example. And I've seen this a couple of times, and I'm guilty of it. So my wife would ask me to do something. Don't you want to fix the tap? Or, you know, the tap's broken, or the water's flowing slow from the tap. Don't you want to fix the tap? Or I'm just using this as an example. Or don't you want to fix the shower door, or something? And I would be lazy, and I would delay, and I would take my own time to get it done. And then one day I would just wake up and realize it's done. Either she did it herself, or she got someone to do it. And I would just realize, no, it's done. So yes, she asked me to do it, I delayed, and then just finally, whether I do it or not, it gets done, right? And sometimes I'm unhappy the way it's being done. Maybe it's not done properly, or it's not done to my standard. And then I would wake up and say, I need to fix this now, because look at how it's done. It's not done properly. And then I would do it. But what I'm trying to say is, whether you do it or not, it is gonna get done. Okay? So think of everything that needs to happen. Think of the important things of life. And we need to step up. We need to step up, and we need to get things done. Okay? If we don't do it, someone will do it. Right? And I'm a firm believer of, if you want something done right, do it yourself. Now, not to say that the way I do things is the proper or the right way. I always try to do it the right way. I always try to do the proper way. I'm not saying that my way is the best way and my way is the only way. But if you want something done right, and when I say if you want something done right, if you want something, I mean if you want something to be done according to your standard, then do it yourself. Okay? Because if you don't do it, it's going to happen. It's going to happen anyway. And you can think of anything in life. Anything in life. If you want to bring a change in your community, You have to step up and you have to bring that change. You have to step up and you have to be there to bring that change. Because if you don't do it, change is gonna happen. And if you don't drive the change, change is gonna happen. And the change can either be in this direction, it could be in that direction, it could be in that direction. But if you step up and you drive the change, you can drive the change in the direction that you want things to change. So if you don't step up, if you don't do things, things are gonna happen in any way. So you need to step up, okay? And just to give you a couple of tips, right? It's not difficult. It's not difficult getting things done. Yes, we get lazy. Yes, sometimes we don't want to do things. We get complacent, especially when you grow older. It's like, okay, let me relax a bit. I don't have to, blah, blah. No. The only thing that you need to do, sometimes we overthink things. And we think about how much there is to do, how big this task is, and how long it will take. And thinking about all those things could hamper you from doing it, because you're thinking about how much work is involved. You're thinking about how much needs to be done, how long it will take, how big this task is. No, the only thing you need to do, and believe me, people, the only thing you need to do, right? It starts there. Number one, you need to get up. You need to get up out of your bed and you need to show up for the task. Believe me, that is the only thing you need to do. Everything else will automatically fall into place. Now, if you don't believe me, try it. The first thing and the only thing you need to do is you need to get up and you need to show up for the job and for the task. That's the only thing you need to do. That's basically the only effort you have to put into getting things done. Get up, show up. And like someone told me years ago, someone that, how can I explain it to you? Someone that people would not even want to listen to. Someone that people, whose opinion people would just regard, because it's a type of person that people don't, how can I say, it's like type of people that someone, if you look at the person, you will just disregard the person, because you will think that this person doesn't have any value to add, right? And I don't know, you can probably take a person and put that person into your setting. But if you look at someone, it's someone that everybody just disregards. No one listens to this person. Everybody thinks this person has got no value to add. But this person told me this once. And the person says, don't just get up in the morning. You need to jump out of your bed. You need to, don't wake up and still lay and slumber and toss and turn. And he says you need to jump out of your bed. That's how excited you must be for life. That's how excited you must be to get things done. That's how excited you must be to start your day. You need to jump out of bed. And this morning, lo and behold, I jumped out of bed. I've got a lot of things to do, got a busy day, and when I opened my eyes, I was on my phone for a bit, and when I said to myself, it's time to get up to get the day started, I literally jumped out of bed. Like in, I lifted my legs and I swung it down and pushed my bum up and I was, boom, I jumped out of bed. And that's how we need to be for life. That's how we need to approach life. And the earlier the better. The earlier you get up, the better. The earlier you get a start to your day, the better. If you get a late start to the day, you have to catch up. The rest of the day, you have to catch up. If you get an early start, you're up early, boom, you go. You get started with what you need to do. Boom. Remember, life will happen irrespective whether you are there or not. Life will happen irrespective of whether you get up or not. Life will happen whether you do it or not. If you don't do it, someone else is going to do it. And if you feel that you are the guy to be doing it, then you need to be doing it. Okay? And if you do it, you are going to do it according to your standards. You're going to do it according to your criteria, and you're going to do it the right way. If you want something done right, do it yourself. And that's my 15 minutes, people. Have an awesome weekend. Have an awesome life. And I'll speak to you again soon.